Some top games in the first round of the playoffs. Well, in B, how about Malta at Missoula Loyola? 8-man Class C, 8-1 Fairview will host 7-1 Great Falls Central in a high-scoring game of 6-man football. 7-2 Big Sandy up against 7-2 Richie Lambert. Now, last year, during the first round of the 6-man playoffs, 3 games were decided by more than 50 points. The average margin of victory the first 8 games was 40. In AA football, they're still in the final week of the regular season. Missoula Sentinel will play at number 4 Helena Capital. Sentinel needs a win to get into the postseason. I've got a big game tonight at Wendy's Field at Taylor Stadium as number 5 Billings West goes up against number 1 Billings Senior. Last year, Senior won big 47-10. In the 55-year history of the series, well, that was the Senior Bronx biggest win. Seniors won 22 straight games. This is Rocky Erickson with Montana Sports.
Tonight, the great pumpkin rises out of the pumpkin patch.
Well, at least in the minds of Linus and the Peanuts gang, that's what happens. Of course, it's that time of year when millions of us are out there looking for our own versions of the great pumpkin, for our Halloween jack-o'-lantern. But why do we do this? Why do we carve strange faces in pumpkins, lighting them from inside and placing them at our doorsteps at Halloween? Well, gather around the glowing jack-o'-lantern with Agriculture Department historical expert Anne Eflin for this old Irish story from about the mid-1700s, the story of Jack.
A drinker, a miser, a liar, a good-for-nothing character.
And as we open the story, Jack is being pursued by the devil.
In order to escape, he tricked the devil into climbing a tree. And then when he got the devil up in the tree, he cut a sign of the cross in the tree, and the devil couldn't come down.
Well, that made the devil a little bit mad at Jack, who did eventually let him down out of the tree. But when Jack passed away, he couldn't get into heaven, and the devil threw him out of the other place, tossing him a hot, glowing ember in the process.
And Jack had with him a turnip that he was eating, and he carved out the turnip, put the ember inside, and had a light that was protected from wind and rain and other things while he wanders the earth.
Oh, and wander he did, Jack and his lantern, thus Jack-o'-lantern. Anne Eflin says from that story, the Irish developed the tradition of the jack-o'-lantern. On October 31st, a night when it was believed that Jack and other recently deceased souls wandered the earth looking for live bodies to inhabit, residents would carve out turnips and put candles in them to either help guide the souls along or frighten them away.
When the Irish brought this tradition of the candle and the turnip to the U.S., there were not many turnips around, but we did have these wonderful pumpkins that were even better suited.
Perfectly suited for
Halloween, Halloween, ooh, Halloween.
And another big Halloween tradition.
Trick or treat!
Yes, trick or treat, which Anne Eflin says may come from another ancient Celtic tradition.
Called guising, as in a disguise. Guising, where the poor would dress up in masks and costumes and go door to door, and they would perform in return for food and drink.
Later in Ireland and England, it became Mischief Night, where folks played pranks on each other. The Irish brought that idea to this country in the early 1800s, and by the 1920s, though, Anne says it was getting a little out of hand.
There's a lot of vandalism and crime and some violence, and there was an effort led to change the Mischief Night from having kids out running around causing trouble to having kids going door to door in costume and getting treats in return. It was promoted by the Boy Scouts and other youth organizations of the period.
It started out being called Beggar's Night, but by the 1930s it got the name it has today.
Trick or treat!
Trick or treat, that's right. In Washington, Gary Crawford reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
It's time for Lady Argo basketball on KINX. Brought to you by these sponsors: Howard's Pizza, Celtic Cowboy, Staybridge Sweets, Taco John's with 2 locations to serve you, Rocky Mountain Portables, the Max Casino, ABC Seamless, Little Caesars Pizza, Montana Farm Bureau Financial Service, Randy Bogdan Agent, Mitchell Supply, McDonald's with 3 locations in Great Falls, Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance, Kaufman's, the Clubhouse in Fort Benton, Ox & Sons Towing. Let's go courtside with Sergeant Randy on KINX 102.7 FM.
my friend. Good luck. Let's have some fun.
All right, thanks. You guys enjoy tonight.
We'll do it. There's Coach Bill bringing it to you, of course, courtside. And that's the nice thing, Randy, is the fact that we have moved over to this side of the court, and his access is just right there. And we'll hear his strategies throughout the night, won't we?
Well, we will, and it's interesting as he talked to his girls last week. In the beginning of the contest, when he wanted them to hustle up, you could see the energy that he brought to the bench. Later on in the contest, he let the girls dictate that on the floor. We talked about Stephanie being that floor leader. She didn't have to do anything but lead the floor. She didn't have to be the leading scorer, the leading assist, the leading rebounder. She was able to just participate as part of the team. That sure was nice and refreshing to see.
We have seen some scores with this Yellowstone Christian College, and you get into a sense here that this game will get lopsided in a hurry, just because of the fact that the University of Providence is a very strong team. They're going to be one of the top teams in this Frontier Conference. I say that with the fact that they are going to be in a mix of very good basketball this year. LC State's going to be tough. Carroll's always tough. Montana State University Northern's always tough. So it should be exciting to say the least. We're looking forward to it as we are getting ready to bring you this one. This Frontier Conference is going to be a tough one again. I think one of the things that Coach will have to deal with, and as we look over here and you got two of the top players sitting on the bench, he's got to make sure he doesn't get into injuries.
Yeah, you hit that right on the nose, and that's why this preseason is so important to be able to get some of those younger players on the floor, get those minutes. He went deep into the bench. A lot of his starters only played 2.5, maybe 3 full quarters before he was able to bring in. Basically, if you were on the roster, you got to play twice. They tried to send me in, but I told them, Coach, I couldn't. I'm broadcasting, so I ended up sitting back down.
Well, I find it interesting when you start looking at minutes of play. I mean, they all got to play, and the one that jumps out right away is simply due to the fact that Emily played 32 minutes in that contest. Callie Wilson had 31. Stephanie McDonough, we know that she plays all the time. She only had 26. Years past, she'd play the whole game and never come out.
Absolutely. Like we said, 3 quarters is basically all she needed to do, and didn't get a lot of points. She did well from the free throw line, 5 out of 6 there. She did have 3 steals. She led the team in steals last weekend, and that's something we know Steph can do very well. Is she has got those sticky fingers, she's able to get in and pull that one away.
You will hear a name from Billings, Montana on this Yellowstone Christian College team. Paige Gregory is from Billings. She'll be in there. And also you'll see Isabel Erickson. She is another one that you'll see that is awful good and should be fun to watch here in this one. We are moments away from getting it started, coming your way as we have kicked off the year here on KINX 102.7 FM. They have made some time changes, and eventually we will get the guys on. They actually moved that game up to 3 o'clock tomorrow, henceforth conflicts with the Bobcats, and we want to make sure we have the Bobcats on, and we will have that football game, and at the conclusion of that, we may join the guys' game depending on where we are on that. We definitely will have the girls' game tomorrow. Looking ahead just a little bit, Randy, Dickinson State tomorrow. That'll be a little better competition for this Argo team.
Well, they got a little bigger squad that they can come in with. Right now, Yellowstone is very short-handed. A couple of players you talked about, they've actually lost a couple since last night, and they've had to bring a couple others off the bench. But we'll talk about that here in a minute.
We're looking forward to it. We want to take a break and hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll come back and bring you the starting lineups. We've got the tip-off coming up here in the brand-new gymnasium here. The University of Providence Argos coming your way in just a moment right here on KNX 102.7 FM.
Monday through Saturday and Sunday brunch.
Turn to the experts.
For 30 years of commitment to Carrier, contact A.T. Clemens for a free estimate. 452-9541.
Hi, I'm a guard for the University of Providence Argos. My name is Jenna Randich. Thanks for joining us on Star Radio.
We've got basketball coming your way tonight right here on KNX 102.7 FM as we rock and roll out of Friday night. Well, I'll tell you, all kinds of activities happening. We've got this game coming your way with Yellowstone Christian College, and quite honestly, Randy, you're right. As you take a look at this, you do see a couple of them that have been scratched off, and you do see some added as you take a look at the starting lineup here.
And we'll do it for Coach Gaglia. He's going to kick it off this way. It's going to be Deandra Cunningham from the Bahamas, 5'11" and a senior. She'll start next to Charnel Thomas from Clinton, Utah, 5'7", sophomore. Zane Akia from Alaska, 5'4", and a sophomore. We got Jada Hinton from White River, Arizona, 5'7", and a freshman. And then we've got Tennille Poitier. She is 28 years old. She's blown out both of her Achilles on both sides. Coach told her to retire. She says, no, Coach, I'm going to still play. She'll be starting us off. She's 5'7" in her 6th year.
You take a look at this starting lineup here for the Great Falls Lady Argos, and they come in here very tough. Not to mention they picked up a new coach here that is an All-American that played here at the University of Great Falls at the time. Aaron Legal is one of the assistants. Crystal Smith is an assistant to head coach Bill Himmelberg, who is now in, I believe it's either his 7th or 8th year that he starts here in this one. And he has gone out and recruited some great freshmen here in this one. One of the noticeables that you will see not starting here tonight and will not play probably for another 4 to 5 weeks is Jenna Radix from Olympia, Washington. That sophomore absolutely excelled as a freshman, lit it up her first game, twisted an ankle in that 3rd quarter, is on crutches and will not play here tonight. Emily Maldonado is from Sunnyside, Washington, a freshman at 5'5". Here's a gal that plays a lot, handles the basketball, great ball handler, and just a lot of fun that runs the court out there. Fantastic to watch her. Kelly Wilson is in from Cali, Wyoming. She is a redshirt freshman at 5'10", really controls the boards, does a nice job there. What do you say about Molly Heron? She's from Havre, Montana. She plays here as a senior. Her sister will follow in her first steps and come here in her freshman year. Steph McDonough is an All-American. She is out there. She's a senior at 5'9" from Vancouver, Washington. Parker Esri is a big inside player, a freshman at 6'1", as we get it underway, and we will work it left to right as we look at it. It's right to left on the camera. Thanks for joining us here. Sergeant Randy Bogdan bringing the play-by-play as we get ready to rock and roll here on a Friday night as the University of Great Falls Argos. It is the University of Providence now as they come in here with their new attire, looking at the blue, white, and green decals here. And thanks to Kelly Sines, they've done a tremendous job of putting all this together here, the board and, of course, everything on the floor. And they just absolutely redid everything, cleaned it up. It looks very bright and very nice in here, doesn't it?
Oh, a complete renovation, and they're doing throughout the whole campus, and a lot of things coming that are very, very exciting. Not just the campus itself, but some new sports coming on. Hockey, men's hockey. Coach Jeff Heim will be taking that one over. A lot of things happening, certainly to look forward to.
Ladies hockey as well. Women's wrestling going on, and it's women's basketball tonight. As Emily brings it in, they get the clock all figured out, and we're ready to go. As they go to Heron on the right-hand side with a hesitation dribble there. Brings it back out top right corner as they go to Emily on the left wing. Cross-angle pass to Heron. Molly fires from 19-9. Her shot off the mark, missed it. Parker's got the rebound for a moment and then tipped out of there, and they will head the other way as we will see Christians go into the offense for the first time here tonight as they come to our left-hand side. They're working off that right-hand side. A very small team here as you look at it on the court. But we did see them when they were warming up, shooting a lot of threes outside. And they bother the inside pass. Now they'll spin around here, stop. As it's Ake. She will take it out top left corner. Left-handed shot on the left wing is no good. Rebounded by the Argos, and they're going the other way. Emily wants to run with it. They'll force it to McDonough, who fires from 20 feet up and in for 3.
Well, I'll tell you, that's exactly what she needed. She missed her first couple shots last weekend. Nice to be able to start out with a 3 as Tom and Robin Legal checking in with us.
Knocking it down there. We've got a host of folks here that have traveled from Washington. We'll talk about them as we work our way through the night. On the leaping leaner is Charnel Thomas. She's got the deuce now as she knocks that one down. And apparently we've got a contact or something that was knocked out. And perhaps a timeout called here. They're going to call a media timeout. We'll take it with them. Let's break away. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll extend it to a full with 8:43 to go in the first quarter. Argos lead it by 1, 3-2. We're back in 1 minute right here on KNX 102.7 FM.
Fort Benton, where the West was born. With so much history to see, you're going to need a break. Visit the Clubhouse, a delicious local hotspot where all the best games, drinks, and food come together at one comfortable, low-key sports bar. Sit back and enjoy an ice cold drink. Take a bite out of a Reuben, French dip, or a juicy burger. Just few of the local favorites. Take advantage of 2-for-1 drink specials, happy hour, and lunch specials. Weekdays at the Clubhouse in Fort Benson, where everyone is treated like a local.
Vehicle problems are never a laughing matter. At Ox & Son Towing and Recovery, they know this. Their 24-hour emergency service handles it all, from a simple lockout to towing and recovery, licensed, insured, and state certified. In your next time of need, lean on the strength and reliability of an Ox. Ox & Son Towing and Recovery, 868-4142.
Hi, I'm a guard for the University of Providence Argos. My name is Jenna Randich. Thanks for joining us on Star Radio.
We've got you covered in basketball here on KNX 102.7 FM. Sarge along with Randy Bogdan bringing it to you. Argos leading by 1, 3-2 here as they come to the offense. Parker 25 feet from the basket, cross angle over to Emily on the left-hand corner. She'll take a little floater. That's way off the mark. Rebounded by YCC as they'll head the other way. Yellowstone Christian College will take off it with the offense. They'll bring it to the front court here as Poitras will come out to the right-hand side. And then they come out on around the perimeter to the man-to-man defense being applied. They look to run a screen play on the baseline, and then they finally do go out to that right wing as they swing it around the right side. As Thomas gets rid of it, goes inside the paint. A bump foul will be called here on the hand check. The officials will say it is going to go against Emily. Maldonado picked up her first.
First personal, first team, first game foul there as got a little too tight on the defense there. It's not going to be a shooting foul. They'll just bring the ball in out of bounds.
She has a bunch of different folks here from Washington watching her play this one. They're going to stay for tomorrow's game as well. About 9-hour trip from Washington into Great Falls, and we had a chance to meet a bunch of the family as there's a tip loose out front. Good hands out front on the defensive end from Brittany White, who checked in at the break. Now they go inside the paint there, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by one of the Christian College players, the Centurions. And Molly Heron will jump off the bench and check back in. I think she had a contact, don't you think?
I think that's what it was, is why they brought her out on that last break there where Brianna White came in. She'll come back out now. You got to give Parker Esri a lot of credit underneath there. She had a good box out there, although she wasn't able to get the rebound. She forced the ball off of the YCC, so they'll keep the offense here with the Argos. 3-2, Argos by 1.
Steph McDonough has all the points there with that three-pointer as they work it around. Heron now a couple of dribbles, cross angle over to the right corner. They'll come back to Emily, who spots from 21. Her glass is open. Bank shot is good. She's got it for the trifecta.
She did nice on that one there. I don't know if she called glass or not. Doesn't matter. It still counts. 6-2, Argos by 4. 7:28 to go, first quarter action.
She was 4 of 8 in the last contest at 500 on the three-point shots, and only better than her was Jenna Ranich, who hit all of them. Here's a three-pointer the other way. Parker, great box out, and they will tip it out of bounds, so the Argos will get it back here with 7:17 to go. First quarter action, remember it is quarters and girls, halves and guys. Just to be different, I guess.
Esri hasn't scored in this contest yet, but she's been effective on the box out there. Is Steve McDonough checking in. Good to hear from you, Steve.
Yeah, we missed Steve. Haven't seen him in a while. Here's a shot. Emily outside. 22-footer's good for 3. She's got 6 points on the night. She's got 2 of them. It's 9-2. And quite honestly, the Centurions are in trouble getting blown out early in this one as the Argos are hitting the shots. And when they get that confident outside, Randy, they are tough to compete with.
Yeah, you knew it was going to happen. Absolutely. Well, they're just shorthanded on the Yellowstone side, and you expect that.
Here's a pass on the right-hand side as they'll try the floater here. Thomas shot no good. McDonough's got the rebound. She wants to run it with it. It's a 4-on-5 situation to the right-hand side. Emily to the right, passes back to McDonough. Up to the right-hand side, and here's a foul. Wilson will draw the foul. Callie does a nice job getting open as a senior, and she will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight, where she shoots a pretty good percentage. She made them all at the last contact. She was 4 for 4 at that charity stripe.
Did a nice job. The whole team did very well. They only missed a couple shots through the entire night as the first free throw is up. It is good. Pushes out 10-2. Jeff Randich also checking in. Of course, I know he was listening last weekend, and that had to have been a scary moment when Jenna went down, but it looks like she'll be all right.
Talked to her today. She says it feels good. She's going to try to push it out and get here back earlier. I just think they're just going to let her relax, and get into Frontier Conference play. They're going to need her.
She can still beat us in a foot race, and she's got a cast on, Sarge. I'm just telling you.
I know Steve can. I can beat him. Of course, he's got a bad hip. It's 11-2. Argos jumping out to a big lead here. 6:16 to go in the quarter. Full court man-to-man pressure coming up here as they really get aggressive now. As they take it off is a dribble drive on the right-hand side from Thomas. And they will call another foul here A blocking foul will be assessed against one of the Argos. That's the first one on Callie.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. She had a good position. I think she picked that foot up and tried to take a step back, and the movement was what caught the foul there. 2 team fouls on the Argos, just 1 on Yellowstone, as they'll bring a substitution in.
St. Xavier, Montana, Shawnee Realbird will check in, a freshman at 6'1", coming in for the first time here. For Yellowstone Christian College, the Centurions come in here in their green and black uniforms. There's a little turnaround jumper, no good, off the mark. It's tipped from Callie to Steph. Steph will take off with it. McDonough on the right-hand side with the pink bow in her hair to help with, of course, breast cancer awareness. Parker inside, and they're going to jump it up this time. He's tied up inside.
0 points left. Wilson did a nice job trying to feed it into Parker. Unfortunately, the Centurions' defense there, they wanted to crash around. They were able to tie that one up, so this one will just go back to the left. 11-2, Argos by 9, 5:53 to go first quarter action.
So they'll dribble up to coming the other way, and as they do, they bring it to that 10-second line with the dribble. And again, good pressure defense, and you heard Coach Bill talk about that as they continue to put the pressure on now, about 25 feet from the basket. And then they take it on the inside as Esray's got the rebound. She can dribble with it too. I tell you what, she takes off with it. Ill-advised pass there as she tried to pass it through the defender. I wanted to just come to a jump start and just give it off to Emily, who was trailing the play. McDonough's got another steal now, and she'll take off with it. She had a couple of steals in that last contest. She's got another one here. Emily takes it to the glass. Off the glass, no good. Parker with the rebound. Fights inside, and a foul will be called. A reaching foul here, the first team foul, make it the second team foul called against Yellowstone Christian College. And a reaching foul here. I don't know if I'd want to grab in there and grab anything of Parker. She's tough.
No, she's tough. We saw a lot of that last week where they were trying to tie her up and not very successful. A lot of times she got the basket and had a chance for a free throw. No free throws on this one. Is easy pass, and Parker Esri right to the basket. That's her first basket of the game.
She'll knock it down there and sinks it right away. Ellie Teskey will jump off the bench, and she'll check in.
Got to give a shout out to Juan and Diane Uraby. They're back listening in as the Maldonado said that they would be tuned in. I think the godparents is what they said.
The godparents, yes. So shout out to them. Also want to say hello to Laura in Vegas. Darren's wife is out in Vegas listening and watching. 23 red, Lauren.
Yeah.
23 red.
Laura Park, yeah. Laura Park,
yeah.
Down there. 23 red, we're in for half, right? If she wins. As Teskey does come in, as you said, they're 13-2 is the Argo lead. 4:39 to go here in this first quarter.
Ellie will check in here. Her parents are supposed to be here as well. Yakima Washington, the freshman at 6 foot. As the Argos lead it here 13-2 early in the contest, 4:32 to go. As Heron drives, kicks it back out. They'll go to Wilson to McDonough. Cross angle over to Emily, who fires from about 22. Left side of the rim, she misses that one. She is 2 of 3 from behind the arc now. And now she's going to come up and play some tough nose defense here. Man-to-man defense being applied as they bring it up. Erickson across the 10-second line goes to Thompson. Thompson thinks about the 3, does not take it. Now they go inside. Here's a little floater way off the mark. They throw it at the basket, and Realbird's not even close. As McDonough comes the other way. Nice pass up and off the glass. It's good from Callie Wilson.
Boy, I'll tell you, that was pretty easy for Callie there as a give and go as you're going to get the assist to McDonough there. What you're seeing with the Centurions is this defense is crashing, that the minute the girls get the ball within basket, they're just turning and throwing because they're just not getting any good looks. They're hoping to get some of them to fall. They still got that original 2 points that they started the game with.
So it's 15-2, 3:42 to go here in this one. As substitutions coming back in now. As we've got a couple of them coming off the bench. Cunningham will check back in. From the Bahamas. I was close. I wasn't quite in the Bahamas, but I was in a very warm climate. We got to go to Jamaica. How fun was that? It was a good time. So
I told the listeners last week we sent you on special assignment and that we would get back to them on where, and now they know. So
yeah, I was there. Special assignment. And I will tell you, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
unbelievable.
Incredible.
So yeah, we're very fortunate on what we have. 15-2, and that's going to be a whistle, and
it's going to go on Brittany White. Yeah.
Say there's holding and grabbing, and you can't do that. So Coach Bill's going to come out and ask some questions here.
First personal, third team foul. Affair at the 3:42 mark of the first quarter.
It's always interesting to me how they call it different in the guys and then the difference in the girls, where they just let them play a little more in the guys, and maybe it's just because they just see it more here in the girls. I'm not sure. They call the foul there. Here's a pass underneath. Wilson's got the ozone shot over the and misses that one. Argos will come with it on the run to left elbow. She'll stop there. One dribble goes nowhere. Kicks it back out to Emily. Emily with a couple of dribbles top of the key goes to White from 20. Her shot up. Good. Got it for 3.
Nice looking shot by Brittany White from Kirkland, Washington. That's going to create a timeout. We'll do it along with them.
We call timeout here with 3:14 to go in our first quarter. It's been all Argos so far in this one as they lead it 18-2. And as you take a look at the game, Randy, it's a game that's already opening up here for the University of Argos. And the main thing is the fact they're shooting behind the arc. And when they get that confidence going, they're tough. That makes the defense come out and have to guard that three-point range. And Parker's going to start having some fun inside.
Yeah, they got 4 from outside the arc, 1 for Brittany, 2 of them from Emily Maldonado. I'll tell you, she could really light it up. And then, of course, Stephanie, any given night, she can put up 8, 10, 12 of those bad boys and really lead the scoring any way she wants.
So they knock it down there, as you mentioned, with the threes outside. And then, of course, they've got a nice commanding lead here, up 16 in this one. And quite honestly, coming into this, you just had a sense that this Argos team was going to get a lot of running in here and, of course, put on a show here offensively to show just how tough they are. And, of course, Coach Bill had talked about it where they wanted to work on some things, probably push it a little bit more on the defensive as, of course, we roll through this one. They will come back and play again tomorrow, and they really get into their full schedule as they'll take on Dickinson State tomorrow. That game again will be at 5:30. Guys will play early, though. They'll actually play at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Absolutely. We'll be here watching it. We won't be able to bring that to you on the air. We'll see what we can do about the internet, and we'll certainly let you know how that one goes when we get the ladies' game started, but we will be able to bring the ladies' game. Crosstown going on here tonight, CMR Great Falls High. The season will be over for both teams. Neither one of them made the playoffs, so we'll try to keep you up to speed on that, as that game will be starting about the time that this one will be finishing. As not sure what this whistle was for, but they blew it. A lot of substitution to come in. Kirsten Pemberton, a name that you're familiar with here in North Central Montana. Belt native who played for some state championship teams for Jeff Graham out there.
You think she knows the game of basketball at all? Or?
Oh, and she's having a lot of fun, too. I was visiting with her before the game. So
she is here to get in some time right now, and she put in good time in that last contest as she out there playing, and looking forward to her having a great season here as a freshman. As the Centurions come to the offense, and here's a take to the glass, way off the mark, couldn't get it to go, and then rebounded, taken off the other way. Pemberton will take off to McDonough on the left-hand side, hesitation dribble, and she'll take it in and draw a foul here at the 2:44 mark of our first quarter.
Isabel Erickson picked up the first one. Yeah.
Gets that one.
Game's getting a little disjointed right now. The flow has been taken away. Of course, the whistle has created that as they've stopped the play 3 or 4 times. We'll see if the Argos can get back into some sort of flow.
Well, I think the Centurions are just trying to get something to go where they can get some stops here. And you see them really forcing it out. They try to bounce it inside to Ellie. Tough pass as it short hops her. Then White gets a steal. She'll pull up from 15, hit side of the iron, no good. As Teskey fights for the rebound, they'll clear it out. And taking care of going the other way is Poetry. She'll come on the offense. As they come on this left-hand side, Erickson will drive inside. And a jump ball will be called here. They'll give it to the University of Providence on. Steph McDonough ties it up. Jump ball will go in favor of the Argos here.
And that is either the second or the third steal for Stephanie to go with 3 from last week. And so she's already leading out the way she did last year as the leading steal giver for the Argos. Just quick, jumps in there in those passing lanes, grabs a hold of that ball, tied it up, and went the other direction.
Argos lead at 18-2 on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. 2:12 to go here in the first quarter from this brand new facility. As Wilson goes inside, nice pass from Teskey. As Ellie fires it in there, Wilson takes it to the basket, and she's fouled in the act of shooting. She'll have a chance to shoot two with our Benefits Game of the Week here tonight. We've got that coming up. Also, we'll try to keep you up to date on other scores that are happening. And as you mentioned, the big one going on here in Great Falls, crosstown action. Somebody's going to win a brand new pickup tonight.
Absolutely. I'm just waiting for that phone call because I got a couple tickets in the poll there. She's first missed there, 2 out of 3 from the line. As the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard shows 18-2, Argos up, 2:08 to go here in this first quarter.
I'll give you a ride in my brand new pickup when I get it. I'm just saying. We'll let Aaron drive us around in it. It'll be good.
Aaron says she's winning it. She's got a ticket too in the pot, I think.
19-2. As Parker will check back in here in just a little bit. A little travel up there at the top of the key. And again, you touched on a little bit of confusion going on here for Yellowstone Christian College. And just kind of shuffled the feet there, so the turnover from Cunningham. They will go the other way. It's 19-2 on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. The Argos open it up here in this one.
Esri back on the floor. Parker came in for Callie.
Look forward to traveling over to Fairfield tomorrow as the pass goes inside. Again, a tough pass to Ellie. And a nice steal inside there as it's picked up going the other way from Akea. She got the steal for the Centurions. As they'll pass it to that right wing, facing the man-to-man defense being applied here. Tied up there, and going to have to get rid of it. They finally do. Now they'll go down the right corner. They lose it. Parker battles for it underneath, and she's got the steal. Parker's got the steal, and they're going to go the other way. McDonough's got her head up. She's dribbling to the left side, looking on the secondary break to Parker. Tries to split the defense, and she's fouled.
And that's exactly what we saw Parker do last week. She'd get that high post, get the ball, spin move, and either get fouled or go right to the basket. She'll go for a couple of free throws now, as that'll be against Jada Hinton. No, excuse me, they're going to put that against Cunningham. That'll be foul number 2 on Cunningham.
So back to the free throw line we head here. 19-2 on the Belt Bank scoreboard. Parker's shot is up and good. And knocking that one down. Steph McDonough will come to the sidelines. We don't see that happen very often. Definitely didn't see it last year, and yeah, she'll get a lot more breaks this year as this team has definitely gotten a lot deeper, and Sydney Internet from Big Timber, Montana is one that's going to give her a lot of breaks here in this season.
Sydney sat out last week with either a light injury or illness. I don't remember which, but like you said, she is back in the game this week.
So she is in there playing right now. As Steph McDonough ended up playing a bunch of minutes last week, and then she's sitting out here as a steal going the other way. White's got the basketball to the front court, stops the dribble there, goes left side. They think about the three and decide not to. They'll swing it around. Here's Sid, shot up for three and good.
That a girl, Sydney, getting into the scoring column right away. That pushes it out 24-2 on the Belt Bank scoreboard. It's a big lead for the Argos. Under a minute to go as the clock continues to run.
24-2, as you mentioned, coming down the other way. And the defense has been impressive so far with another steal, breaks through there. And then they'll hustle after it. Breaking after is going to be Parker Esray. She's got it to the front court. Right-handed dribble, left side. Pemberton back to Parker. Parker goes inside, bounce pass to the right side. Up and off, nice shot, Ellie Teskey for two.
Well, that was a smart move by Parker. She found herself up underneath the basket. No way to go up with a good shot, so she just passed that one off. Got the steal on this end, dribbled it down, handed it off, then got it into Teskey for the easy 2 points.
Our host daughter scores 2. I'm a proud host papa as he knocks that one down. It's a new program they started here. We'll talk about that as we work through the night with 8 seconds to go. YCC coming back to the offense as the shot clock is off. 3 to go now. They are having a hard time getting a shot away. They will pull up with a 15-footer, and it's no good. Didn't get the shot off in time, so we'll wrap up quarter number 1 with the Argos up by 24. After one in, it's the Argos on the Belt Bank scoreboard. 26, YCC 2. We're back in 1 minute right here on KNX 102.7 FM.
Three-Way Auto Body knows it happens every day. The dreaded car accident. Thankfully, everyone's okay. Well, except your car. That's where Three-Way Auto Body comes in. Plus, they guarantee their work so you can rest assured that it was fixed to factory specs and with your safety in mind. So, the next time you find yourself in a fender bender, tow it or drive it straight to Three-Way Auto Body.
Three-Way Auto Body, driven to perfection.
When we need promotional items, we think Double G Engraving. But what about awards and trophies? Well, Double G Engraving has everything you need there, too. Recognize a coach or student with a custom plaque, whether it's for excellence in athletics or scholastics. And of course, they'll take care of the engraving, too. Make a memory last a lifetime. Visit Double G Engraving downtown or on the web, doublegengraving.com. Or call 452-0615.
Hi, I'm a guard for the University of Providence Argos. My name is Jenna Randage. Thanks for joining us on Star Radio.
And Jenna's sitting on the sidelines tonight with that ankle injury. She'll return here in about 4 to 5 weeks or so as they let that heal up. And we look forward to having her come back, and she's a tough player, no question about it. So second quarter action is where we're headed.
Quarter number 2, yeah, 26-2. It's the Argos. They're going to find themselves on defense. 2-3 zone defense. Well, they'll kick this one off as the Centurions are going to work the right-hand side, driving in, kicking it back out. 3-point shot is up. That one is long. Rebound comes out. It's going to be Wilson coming down with the ball. She'll get up to Maldonado quickly on the right-hand side. It's going to be done it back. Emily. She stops. She pops. She drops another one in for 3. 3 for 3 for 3. give her 9 on the night. That pushes it out 29-2.
She's only missed one of those behind the arc. I tell you what, she's got a good percentage going on there.
As it's going to be bringing it down the other way, it's going to be Tennille. Tennille, 28 years old. She's had some challenges medically. Good to see her on the floor, as it's going to be the Centurions trying to put some points on the board. They work the ball over in the right-hand corner, bring it around will be Hinton. She'll set it back up top of the key, driving in with the right hand. This time Thomas finds herself going up and coming down really hard, as McDonough got a little bit of the arm on that. Steph will pick up the personal foul. That'll be foul number 1 on McDonough.
That was a pretty good reach in there. She had the ball going up, but then as the ball came across, she just continued to follow the arm up. That was pretty good defense right there by McDonough. She picks up her first personal foul.
Charnel will step up to the free throw line, as she is first trip to the line. She's got all the points right now for the Centurions. It'll stay with that, as she's going to miss that first free throw. Substitutions coming in. You kind of wish that shot had gone in at the end of the buzzer there for Yellowstone there. They'd have gotten a little more points, but it was after the buzzer went off. His second free throw opportunity coming up.
It was close. I mean, it was right at the buzzer, but the official right there, and that's a nice thing about having that shot clock up there, as you can watch it count down for you.
Emily worked the ball the right-hand side to Heron. She squares up with the basket, pulls up her dribble, deep pass down to Parker. Ezra with the right hand is up. It's good.
Look at that. Actually took the shot to the glass with contact and put it in. She is tough inside the paint. I tell you, I'm looking forward to her battling up against some of these LC players, some of these Carroll College players.
Defense is what we call it when McDonough's on the floor. She doesn't steal that one away, but she sure tied it up, and she will get the rebound down there. Pestering is what they're going to call the Centurions on top of her. Monadalo will come the ball down on the right-hand side into the corner, down underneath Parker. She spins, turns up with the right hand. That one comes up short, gets her own rebound. Tries to go back up. She is tied up. Jump ball should keep it right here with the Argos as they started on defense in this quarter.
I get a sense she likes to play with contact. I'm telling you, she is good in the paint, and she is fun to watch. As she draws the contact, takes it to the glass, just missed it off the side, but went back to get it. As Emily will fire just inside the three-point line, and that's off the mark.
A little long on that, as you said, on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard, as Emily then steals it away, goes over with the right hand, layup, rattles around, no good. Gets her own rebound, comes out with it. Maldonado not giving up on that one. Belt Valley Bank scoreboard 31-3. The Argos are up big at the 8-minute mark here of quarter number 2. Emily works to the middle of the floor, a little give and go as Wilson goes to the floor, tries to steal that one way, and the Centurions come out with a loose ball.
You know, it's a wide margin as far as the score goes, but you got to be impressed the way the Argos are continuing to battle. They're going after every loose ball.
As Tennille will bring the ball up for the Centurions. She'll bring it over the right-hand side. Little one-hand flip shot, kicks it in the corner as they'll set back up top of the key. Thomas drives in, hands off, dishes to the center, back to Thomas. She pulls up from 10. Count it. It's good. Charnel Thomas continues to have all the points. She's got 5.
Well, and she's got a nice little jumper there. She is inside about 5 feet, takes it up over the top of the rim and knocks it down for 2.
Maldonado to the right, and it's going to be a three-point shot is up. It's no good. As stealing the rebound away is going to be Wilson. She'll go back to Emily into the corner as McDonough throws this one up, back iron, rattles around, no good. Rebound down to Parker. She goes right back up to the rim. Ezra with another basket, give her 8 in the game. 33-5 is what the score is on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. 7:13 to go. Argos have led this one from the start. As you can see, Yellowstone Christian starting to even get a little bit tired here in the second quarter. Driving in with the right hand, kicking it down into the side, as we're going to have a whistle and a foul, an opportunity for Deandra Cunningham to go to the free throw line as she got hit on the shot. Also, substitution coming in. Kirsten Pemberton will come back in after this first free throw, as the foul is going to go against Parker Esri. That'll be foul number 1 on Parker. Kalama, Washington is where she calls home.
Also, one of the rules that you may or may not be aware of is simply due that they start over at each quarter with the team fouls, and when they get to 5, then they shoot the 2 free throws there. So it's kind of a little confusing when you look up there and see no fouls at the start of the quarter. They just simply reset them each and every time, and I like it. I mean, it stays away from the free throw line and a lot more flow to the game, I think.
Cunningham unable to convert as quickly. Herring with the ball down on the right-hand side, pulls up their dribble, kicks it back to the top. As Wilson works the ball around the perimeter, comes in deep. Tries a little shovel pass underneath into the hands of Parker. Too many defenders in there as it was last touched by the Greens. So we're going to keep it right here with the Argos as the Centurions knock that one out of bounds.
Always remember Coach Mike McLean talking about never pass it to somebody in a worse position than you are. And that was the case right there. They tried to force a pass that was about a 6-inch pass. And luckily it went off of one of the defenders and out of bounds. So the Argos get it back here.
Pemberton McDonough over the left-hand side down to Wilson. Drives in a little up and under. It was the right hand, the reverse layup. It's good. Callie Wilson, give her second basket. That gives her 7 points in the game, and she's got 3 free throws to go along with it. And set to come in is going to be Erin Malcolm We'll see her for the first time. She got some good minutes last weekend. Ball is on the floor. We got a quick whistle and a foul. Mr. Miller will come over and let us know that the personal is going to go on Molly Hare, and that'll be foul number 1 on her.
Everybody picking up a couple of fouls here in this one, as that's the 13th foul in the second quarter for the Argos, as Parker Estray will come to the sidelines for a very brief moment, I'm sure.
No doubt about that one. As bringing the ball underneath their own basket, it's going to be the Centurions. They'll set it up high. As right there with the steal is going to be Pemberton. That's what she does. Right-hand layup, uncontested. Boy, it don't get much easier than that for Kirsten. And the freshman from Belton, Montana's got her first basket of the game.
Knocking it down there and run off the front legs of the official, and they just couldn't get out of the way, and that's part of the game.
Yeah, he's part of the floor. Is 2 whistles, yeah, we got travel. If all 3 call of it, did it happen?
Yeah, they're not all 3 wrong, so.
Yeah.
On the air.
Yeah. Mr. Miller explaining himself on the way by,
Yeah, he says he gets it in the book, he got an assist. I go, well, we gave it to you on the air. So
there you go, there you go. So.
Even though she took 5 dribbles, and 6 is the limit. So.
Pemberton comes over to the left-hand side into the hands of McDonough. She'll kick it into the corner as we'll set it back up. Herring will drive it around the big circle. Quickly into the right-hand side. Steph, she stops, she pops. Back iron, no good. Rebound comes down. Molly doing a nice job working for that one. They're going to say it went off of Herron's foot, so we're going to send it back the other direction. 37-5. It's the all-Argo lead here on the Belt by the Bank scoreboard. 5:52 to go here. Second quarter action. These are those kind of games that you wish you had a running clock in college like they do in high school. As Arant gets up off the bench to come back in. It's going to be the Centurions work the ball on the right-hand side. Top of the key to now. Works left. Hands off in the hands of Erickson. Isabel kicks it over to the right. Thinking about shooting instead, they'll just rotate it around right over to us. I don't know why they keep wanting to get us involved in the game, but they do.
They've seen you shoot.
They've seen me shoot, yeah.
That's your shot, right?
Well, I could miss that just as many as anybody else. So as Pemberton will throw the ball in right in front of the broadcast booth here. She'll get in the hands of Arant. Sydney will work over the center of the logo into the hands of McDonough. Stephanie bring it up top of the key, rotate around the perimeter. Back to Stephanie. Thinking about shooting. No, she'll hold up, use up a little bit of clock. Nice fancy dribble comes back in the hands of Arant. Sydney goes right, down to Pemberton, into the corner. Back up, Wilson. Pulls up from 15 off the elbow. That one's no good. Rebound comes down. Knocked out of bounds, I think last touch by Sydney. And Dan says, no, that was off the head of one of the Centurions. So they're going to keep it right here with the Argos as they reset the shot clock, even though there wasn't a change of possession. 37-5 is the Argo lead on the Belt Bank scoreboard. 5:12 to go here in this second quarter.
I want to say thank you to those guys for being on board with us again. Of course, the staff over in Belton, the Belt Bank scoreboard, will keep us up to date all season long. Nice pass inside, but she traveled with it.
Yeah, Aaron saw the defender crashing down on her and took a little stutter step there when she probably could have just gone straight to the basket. That's all right. She is learning, the sophomore out of Salem, Oregon.
6'1" sophomore. Malcolm is in. I was born in Hebner, Oregon, just outside of Salem, by the way.
Just up the road, as they say, as it's going to be the Centurions working the ball around the perimeter, driving in with the left hand. Thinking about shooting, no, kicking it back. As an extra step taken there by the Centurions, they'll rotate around deep into the post. They're driving in with the left hand. Good defense. Not sure if it was Pemberton or Wilson who tipped that one out, but they both had a hand in there as Great Falls wants to run with it quickly. The University of Providence with the ball top of the key into the hands of Arant. Sydney drives in, kicks back. Pemberton, she stops and pops. Front iron, no good. Rebound by Steph. Putback is good. McDonough, just like last weekend, didn't score a lot of points, but I'll tell you, she's keeping her team involved. Give her 5 in the contest.
Well, read it nicely coming off the rim there. Went up and put it in. Nobody boxed out, so she attacked the basket. Gets the easy two-pointer for a 39-5 lead on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. Argos from the start. They got a steal here. Sid will go the other way and take off with it. 3-on-2, 3-on-1 now as they go to the Pemberton. Nice give and go and a foul here as Sid takes it in, and she'll have a chance to shoot here to the free throw line with substitutions coming in.
Yeah, we got Holman set to come back on the floor. Of course, you're locked, loaded, and live with KNX 102.7 as we're listening to the Benefits Game of the Week. They're going to take a break. Let's do it along with them. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Once again, 39-5 on the Belt by the Bank scoreboard. You're listening to Argo Basketball on KNX 102.7 FM.
Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of this sporting event. They would like to remind you that they too have a team. Like the two teams on the field, Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance Team is ready to take care of all your insurance needs. Glenn Lambert reminds us that Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance has been in business for a long time.
For over 100 years, Cascade Farmers Mutual has been offering low-cost protection for your home and property. Give our agents a call and find out why you should have it. Call 1-800-310-3923. Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance, insuring Montanans since 1913.
If you've been injured or simply living with joint, bone, or muscle pain, you need to visit the Benefice Orthopedic Center of Montana. You'll find a dedicated team of doctors and nurses ready to help. Patient navigate our Total Joint Center, where we offer the state's only Total Joint Guarantee program. From diagnosis to surgery to recovery in our all-new wellness suites, we'll get you back to moving like we're meant to. Don't let joint pain slow you down. Call us today at 455-3650.
Hi, I'm a guard for the University of Providence Argos. My name is Jenna Randich. Thanks for joining us on Star Radio.
Thank you, Jenna. We appreciate you helping us out. I know your folks are listening in. Jeff texted a little while ago as they follow you very, very closely, as we all do here, as we love our Lady Argos. 39-5 on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard is the scores. We got a couple of free throws coming up. Sydney Arant, the Big Timber native, 5'7" junior, had that three in the first quarter. Chance to add a couple here from the charity stripe, as she will pull the trigger on the first one. A little bit too hard on that one as it draws back iron, kicks itself back out.
Gets another opportunity to shoot here in this one. Of course, crosstown football is going on tonight. We'll try to keep you abreast of that one. And lots of playoff football going on as well. Fairfield will be at home. They will have a nice little battle there against Florence. And the Belton Huskies will start their run here for a championship, as they've got a pretty good squad as they get ready for all the playoff action going on here tomorrow.
Both Belton and Centerville will be hosting games tomorrow, as you said there, as that shot is off the mark. They'll watch that one send it out of bounds, as it'll be the Argos set to send this in. Pemberton will get it in the hands of Arant. Kirsten, one of those players you just enjoy watching on the defensive side as much as the offensive, as she gets after it. Sydney will bring the ball up, kicks over left-hand side to Kirsten. Pemberton back top of the key to Arant. This time we'll work the right. Holman quickly down into the post, a little give and go into the hands of Malcolm. That one is tipped out, as we'll come down with the Centurions on offense. Dead man in the corner, as they say, as they've got her stopped. She's able to get rid of that one, as they'll set it up into the high post over onto the right-hand side, working the ball around. This time it's going to be Thomas driving in, handing it off. Pemberton, I'll tell you what, gave up about 9 inches on that one, stole that one away, as she'll kick it back into the hands of Arant.
Did it right, too. Just went with the right hand and tipped it out of there, not to draw the foul.
Aaron kicks it back out into the hands of Sydney. Takes a little shove there, loses the handle on it. That one goes out of bounds. As once again getting a little bit disjointed here. No flow on either side.
Well, Sydney needs to hang out with us for a little bit, because she needs to have a few milkshakes and stuff. She got bumped there and kind of got knocked over and lost control of the ball.
With these winds we've been having lately, that's kind of dangerous.
She weighs 65 pounds wet, maybe.
Absolutely. Centurions on offense, working the ball top of the key. It'll be Akia with the ball. Oh, excuse me, that's actually Thomas control it. She drives in, kicks over left. Now Akia squares over the basket, drives in left hand, pulls up with a little finger roll. That one's no good, but she's going to pick up the personal, as Akia barreled over the top of her defender. That will be her first foul of the game.
Now, does that cost Coach Bill a milkshake back in the old days, you know?
I don't know. We'll have to ask about that. Yeah. Big Mac.
Big Mac.
Aaron says,
there you go.
Well, there you go. Yeah. All right, it's going to be.
You mean for McDonald's, maybe?
Top of the key, go to the left-hand side, back to Sydney. This time we'll work the right. Holman, skip past top of the key, driving in. Sydney sees a lane, splits a couple defenders, feels the contact, loses the handle. Centurions want to run. They got a 2-on-2, driving it all the way down, losing the handle. It's going to be Pemberton going the other way quickly. Kirsten sees the lane, drives left-hand side, flips it up, no good. Rebound comes down as Yellowstone. They want to come back the other direction. They are getting tired out there. You can see it in their legs. They're just moving slow.
Well, and that's the thing that Coach wants to do. Coach Bill says, we're going to run this year. We're going to get them down the court. We're deep. We've got a lot of people that can play, and we're going to force the action. That's exactly what you saw right there. Even though Pemberton took a bad shot, he wanted that shot because it was attacking the basket, and they were doing it quickly.
Absolutely. As Centurions back on offense here. 40-5, it's a 35-point lead for the Argos on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. 5 count has started. She needs to get rid of it. And she does not, as the shot clock actually goes off. With that, a couple substitutions coming back in. White back on the floor, and Katie Finnegan on the floor for the first time. I don't believe we've seen her yet tonight. as Katie will throw the ball in. As Teskey, White on the floor is also Holman and then Finnegan. As it's going to be Sydney working the ball over the right-hand side to Holman. Sam wants to spin the pass over the left-hand side. She will. Sydney, Arant goes right. Holman, she stops, she pops, she pulls the trigger. Front iron no good on that one. White doing a nice job sniffing that ball out. She'll kick it back into the top of the key. Sid, a little too quick on the step there. She picks up the travel, so we'll go back the other direction. 35-point differential is what we're looking at right now, and it's going to continue to grow as the Argos are just putting it on. Minute 22 to go here in this second quarter. Of course, we invite you to stay tuned at halftime. We'll bring you all the stats and analysis from this first half, as well as some commentary on some of the activities going on in the area. Centurions stop and drop from three on the right-hand side. This one's no good. Rebound comes down. Arant. She's going to work it up the middle of the floor. 35-point lead. They do want to push, as she'll kick it over to Finnegan on the left-hand side. As Katie sets it back up. This time we'll go right to Holman. Sam drives baseline, comes up underneath, loses the handle on that one, and we'll turn the ball over on the unforced error. 59 ticks to go here in this second quarter. First half action. 40-5 is the Argo lead on the Bell Valley Bank scoreboard. You are listening to the Benefits Game of the Week here on KNX 102.7. Appreciate you spending your Friday night. We will be back tomorrow night as the Centurions drive in on the corner. They lose the handle, but deep underneath, the ball rattles around. Tell you, first basket in a while, it's Real Bird. Shawnee picking up the basket there. That's her first one in the game. And that's the first point scored by anybody not named Thomas for the Centurions. Is now 40-7. Errant pass on that one is going to be tipped out of bounds. We'll keep it here with the Argos.
Now, referee was in the way again. She got hit over there.
Yeah.
Dan got an assist. She just hits it out of bounds.
Well, she just hits it out of bounds, yeah. As they're double checking all the clocks here, they want to make sure that the shot clock is not reset. It is not. As Arant will take the ball at the top of the key. She'll work it over the right-hand side into the hands of Holcomb. Katie kicks it back up to Sydney. This time they rotate on the left-hand side. Deep down into the post to White. Back to Teskey. That one's up. It's no good. Ball rattles around. They'll come out on the right-hand side. Sydney. Deep pass down. Teskey goes up strong with it. Not going to be able to get the basket, but she is going to get a couple of free throws there as Ellie doing a nice job staying right in front of the rim.
Ellie will go to the free throw line. She did very well there earlier and struggled a little bit there last game, but she'll make good on this one, the true freshman. Coming up at halftime, we'll have one of the volleyball players that will visit with us, Mariah Diaz, who's having a great season, will sit in with us, and we'll talk a little bit of some of the competition they've been in. Big win for them last night over in Northern, Montana State University Northern.
Well, the last couple games they've had big wins, no doubt about that.
5 of 6 on the run here. So
second free throw is up. It is good as well. 10 seconds to go. 42-7 is the Argo lead as they're going to bring the ball on the right-hand side. It's going to be the Centurions driving in with the left, kicking it in the corner. Thinking about the three. The shot is up. It is short. And 2 quarters are in the books. 42-7. Argo's up. As you're listening to the Benefits Game of the Week, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with our special guests and more after this 2-minute timeout on KNX 102.7 FM.
North Central Montana's home for more news, more information, more often. 102.7 KINX, Fairfield, Great Falls.
Question, what's Irish for trivia contest? Answer, pub quiz at the Celtic Cowboy Pub and Restaurant, of course. We're hosting pub trivia every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Bring your friends and compete for prizes by tackling a range of trivia questions in multiple categories. Better yet, form a team and play every week. Put your massive intellect on display, or just have a good time with your friends. If the question is how to have fun on Tuesday nights, then we have the answer. Pub quiz trivia at the Celtic Cowboy. Eat, drink, be Irish.
ABC Seamless Great Falls is Central Montana's leading exterior home improvement solution, specializing in Malarkey roofing shingles. Malarkey shingles have a 130-mile-an-hour wind warranty. Important when Montana is your home. Also ask about their Empire warranty, a lifetime warranty no matter the circumstances. Malarkey products at ABC Seamless Great Falls have combined quality and affordability with lasting beauty. Contact ABC Seamless Great Falls today for a solution to your roofing problem. Call 453-ROOF. That's 453-ROOF.
McDonald's in Great Falls has 3 locations to serve you, and now with the newest McDonald's on the west side, it is a perfect location to keep you fed while attending your favorite sporting event. If breakfast is what you want, you can get it anytime, day or night at McDonald's. Looking for a job? Stop at any of the 3 McDonald's locations and check in with starting pay starting at $9.50 per hour. McDonald's in Great Falls, proud supporters of the sporting events, and would like to welcome you into the city as you participate in your sporting endeavors. McDonald's in Great Falls with 3 locations to serve you. We're loving it.
If you're looking to improve your performance on and off the field, then you need to call Results. Results is the area's premier sports training program, offering the latest technology and proven training approaches to help you reach maximum performance. Results focuses on enhancing the fundamental building blocks of athletic performance while reducing the risk of injury, keeping you in the game. Sports can be unpredictable, but your results don't have to be. Call Results today at 731-8963 and take your game to the next level.
Hi, I'm a guard for the University of Providence Argos. My name is Jenna Randage. Thanks for joining us on Star Radio.
Thank you so very much for joining us here. We've made it to halftime, and on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard, the Argos lead it from start to halftime. A big win here, or a big lead, 42-7 in this one. And obviously the three-point threat has been the difference in that first half. We'll take a look at some of those numbers in just a little bit. But first of all, we want to say hello to a good friend of ours. Mariah Diaz joins us. Here's a gal that is playing well for the volleyball team. Let's talk a little bit about it, because you guys got off to a great start, kind of had a little trouble there, and then all of a sudden things turned around, and you guys are on a roll right now, aren't you?
Yeah, we're right now we are, I don't know how many streaks we are, but we've won our last 3 games that we lost in the beginning of the season, so that's exciting. I'm getting some revenge.
Yeah. Talk about the game last night. You're over at Montana State University, Northern Havre. Not an easy place to play. They usually come with a big fan base.
Yeah.
The game, you lose the first one, then come back and win the next 3. Talk about that.
I think the first game we played and realized, we shouldn't be losing this. We have the potential to win. We just got to play our game, and so we kind of started our engines and went for it.
What is your game? What is the style that Coach really likes you guys to play? Pretty upbeat and just get going,
He tells us to compete every single day, whether we're at practice, on the court, at a different court. I mean, he always just says compete. So.
Yeah. Talk about your team a little bit. Obviously, you got some great players out there with you, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We got a lot of great freshmen in and transfers, and they've been contributing a lot to our team, and that's been helping us get a lot of the wins.
You and Josie play well together at the front net. Corey comes in and plays well as well. Talk about your servers, because without them, you don't get those kills, do you?
No. So our servers, they've been really aggressive. Our coach has been making us serve a lot. I guess I shouldn't say us. I'm not much of a server, so he doesn't let me serve. But yeah, so we've been serving a lot.
Now, one of the things that I really like about you, and I think it was one of the broadcasts, that you hit the ball so hard, I said the floor tried to get out of the way. Talk about that feeling when you smack one down that hard, and all the girls do is just scatter because they don't want to get hit.
Yeah, honestly, it fires me up, and I think it fires my team up, because I know when the other girls do it, it fires me up just like to do the same back. So it just gives me a rush.
Now, then, that's one of the things that we saw during that slump, was the fact that some of those things weren't happening. Then all of a sudden, the senior leadership, and some of your teammates started doing that. Talk about your team and some of that thing.
I think definitely being a senior, I want to lead, and kind of, especially being a captain, I want to go out there and show them how we should be playing with such high energy, and not always having the kill or the block or whatever, but just encouraging them to do the best they can as well.
You've got a couple of tough matches coming up yet, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We have Carroll tomorrow, and it's looking like it's going to be a good match for sure.
Them, and then you go down and you have to go to LC and play there. And then
Yep.
you get geared up for the tournament. How does that all work out? Do you come in seeded, obviously, but a double elimination type tournament?
Yes, it is. So last year, I know we lost to Carroll, so when we beat them here at our home tournament, or excuse me, at our home game last week, it felt really good. So I'm looking forward to going back and getting them again this week.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot of fun for you, because you know it's a tough conference, but you guys know you're one of the top teams.
Yes, and it's exciting to start playing and doing great and winning.
Now, we talked about having your dad here last week and in your family here. Talk about how important that is to you guys.
Especially since they're back in California, it's nice for them to be able to come out here and support me, and I just want to give them, just want to show them that what I'm doing over here is just not messing around. I'm having fun and getting things done.
Now, not only a captain of the volleyball team, but you're also a spokesperson for the university. Talk about some of the things that you get to do here at the university that maybe some people out there listening think, well, maybe I want to go to school there.
Yeah, honestly, nearly every night we have an event going on, whether the RAs are putting it on or some of the adults that work here. And right now we have Halloween coming up, so we have a lot of different events for Halloween.
Yeah, we dressed up. What do you think of our
Yeah.
costumes tonight?
I love it.
Yeah.
One's a dog and the other one's a cat. So
Yeah, it's
So
a
they
dog and
look
pony
good.
show. Yes,
That's
it
right.
is.
You put the girl on the spot, and that's what she does.
That's
There
right.
you go.
There's that senior for you. Some of the changes here at UP, though, kind of sad you're a senior, but yet there's
I
been
know.
great changes, isn't there?
yes, there has. So last year I was part of University of Great Falls, and now I'm University of Providence. So it's kind of exciting that I'll be the first one to graduate as a University of Providence student.
Yeah, that'll be neat. Yeah, you'll look back 10 years down the line and say, hey, I was the first year here.
Yes.
So that is good. What are you majoring in?
Business.
Business.
Yep.
Okay,
business.
and after you get done with school, what do you want to do?
I'm going back near home, not moving back with my parents, none of that. As much as I love them.
Mom and Dad are happy to hear that,
yeah,
too, I'm sure.
right?
Yeah.
And just going to find a job, and I want to go into managing, so hopefully I do something like that.
And if your parents want a couple of big guys to come and, hang out in California, we're willing to go.
All right,
So, yeah.
sounds good. Lay out on the beach.
Yeah, exactly. Mariah, it's great talking to you. You're a great inspiration to that volleyball program
Thank
and
you.
to the University of Providence. Good luck throughout the year, and we're going to follow you through that tournament.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, my friend. Mariah Diaz is our special guest here. I tell you what, you want to talk about a gal that can really represent University of Providence. She's one of them. She comes to the court each and every night when she's out there with lots of enthusiasm. And as Randy says, they've got this new mural out here with the Rocky Mountains, and she's rocked those mountains a couple times with some of those spikes. And when she doesn't make it follow through, she plays that much harder, and she will get it through those blocks. She is a tough player.
One of those determined players that says, okay, guys, we're in a slump. I'm going to put you on my shoulders, and she can absolutely do it from the front line.
Follow me. We'll get her done. It is halftime here. Let's take a break. We'll take a 2-minute timeout here, a word from our sponsors. Then we come back and take a look at some of the numbers. At the half, it is the Argos 42, and it looks like Yellowstone Christian College 7 on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. We're back in 2 minutes on KNX 102.7 FM.
Football is back at the Max Sports Bar and Casino inside the Best Western Heritage Inn with the NFL Sunday Ticket and ESPN College Extra, which means you can even watch all the Cat and Grizz games. There's 12 brews on tap, and the Max Sports Bar and Casino is the home of the 45-cent wings. Happy hour Monday through Friday starting at 5 p.m. with Saturday starting at noon and Sunday starting at 11 a.m. Nowhere else in Great Falls is as hospitable. Take it to the max inside the Best Western Plus Heritage Inn, 1700 Fox Farm Road.
Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of this sporting event. They would like to remind you that they too have a team. Like the two teams on the field, Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance Team is ready to take care of all your insurance needs. Glenn Lambert reminds us that Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance has been in business for a long time.
For over 100 years, Cascade Mutual has been offering low-cost protection for your home and property. Give our agents a call and find out why you should have it. Call 1-800-310-3923.
again, Esri, right there where she needs to be as she picks up where she left off. Leads all scorers with 10 points here in the contest.
Knocking it down for two. It's 44-7 on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. The University of Providence leading it here from start to third quarter action with 8:09 to go here in this one. And they will continue to work it on to the drive here as they go inside the paint. Gets loose. McDonough's got another steal, one-on-one. She just dribbles around, takes off, and simply outruns everybody as she'll get it there and takes off down the court and puts it in. And makes it there for a 46-7 lead here for the Argos with 7:42 to go. Bell Valley Bank, we appreciate you. Thank you so very much for being on board with us. As they will keep us up to date on scores. We'll have a couple of the belt games on, of course. We'll follow Class C again this year as a big push-off inside, and Parker just comes up with a loose ball. Goes to Wilson, who kind of a tough pass to the backside, and then we'll take off with it. Long pass down the other way, and a hop, no call on the travel. And up and in on the glass shot is going to be Cunningham. She's got it for two.
First basket of the game for Deandra as she wide open underneath the basket there.
Makes it 46-9 here on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. UP in front. Emily stops left-hand side. She'll shoot this one, no good. Estre's got the rebound, goes up, powers it in as she's going to the free throw line.
I was going to say, Parker, if she doesn't go to the line on that one, I'll tell you what, she had at least two different sets of arms on her.
So she will go to the charity stripe to shoot two here from Kelly Mae Washington. She is a spark plug. It is fun. We had a chance to do our interviews today with her. And just very fun and loves the game of basketball. And, boy, I'll tell you what, she is a big asset here to Coach Bill and his crew with the Great Falls Lady Argos as she'll make that one. Crystal Smith, of course, has been an assistant here for a while. Aaron Legal comes back and is helping out. And there's a guy down there in a pink shirt that knows the game of basketball pretty well, Mr. Rick Goodman. Is here
Absolutely.
too.
Nice addition to the bench, both Aaron and Rick this year.
So they are at the free throw line as Parker knocks it down 48-9 on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. Third quarter action. Sergeant Randy bringing it to you in front of a sparse crowd here tonight. Of course, you might expect that. There's always a big crowd in that crosstown. And the thing is, with that crosstown football game with a long three on the shot here, off the mark, no good, is it may or may not matter for going into the playoffs. Fact of the matter is you have to live with the fact you lost that game for 364 more days before you go again.
Well, the Bison want to defend that as they won last year.
Parker triple team, puts a shot up off left side of the rim, no good. Esri will go back to the free throw line. We'll get a chance to shoot it here. Dan Miller, one of the officials here tonight, been reffing since they invented the game. He might have known Mr. Naismith. He probably made the baskets that they used to shoot him in back in the day.
I think we're about to get a technical from him.
Dan has been around a long time. He's repped a lot of games. I called him the other day, well, the end of last season, I was talking about the hash marks or the quarter circles down there. And he says, if you look close, Sarge, you'll see there's two of them. And to date, I still only see the one. So.
Yeah, I only see one as well there.
But apparently there's two there, and he was telling me about the different rules and things. So he actually is one of the district delegates here in Great Falls. 50-9 is the score here. Argos are very much in control of this one on a Friday night here. Weather-wise in Great Falls, it has been very windy. We actually had some pretty good storms in Jamaica. I'm going to whine a little bit. It actually rained. Yeah. I said that earlier to Jimmy Wise over on the Wolf, and he says, Sarge, you were in Jamaica. He says, I'm not going to feel bad for you. I'm just telling you.
I reffed a game 2 weeks ago in football that there was about 1.5 feet snow. Go ahead. Tell me how bad it was in Jamaica, Sarge.
Yeah, 85 degrees. That was at night. 50-9, Argos in front here as they continue to pass it around out there as they look into that zone defense. Well, I tell you, I like the way Maldonado plays. She's tough. Nice take to the glass. Wilson up and in for the take. She splits the defense.
Give her 9 in the contest there.
Tough shot, too. She went off that right foot, shot it with her right hand, and still went in.
Still went in off the left, absolutely. Teskey up off the bench, set to come in.
Ellie will check back in here from Washington. Her folks are here this weekend as well.
As well as Pemberton, Kirsten up off the bench.
Kirsten will come in and play here from just down the road in Belt. The Huskies in playoff action as they are battling the course. As they tie it up on that far side, Argos get it, and Steph wants to run with it. As they go to center court, Steph pushes it forward over to Heron. She lets everybody fly by and says, I got this one. Up and in for two.
First basket of the game for Molly, and I'll tell you, she really did a nice job there. She kind of looked over her shoulder, saw the defender coming in, gave the little head fake, waited, went up with the easy basket as we almost had another turnover.
The steals on the defense is Coach Bill will be happy about that. Parker Esray will get the rebound. Lobs it out there for McDonough, who comes with the left hand. Now passes it forward to Maldonado, who hesitates, goes inside the paint, left-handed shot, and fouled from the backside. And again, I like the quickness of Emily. She really can handle the basketball, and she takes it in there and just got that quick first step. As they call timeout, we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Right now, we want to take a break and hear a word from our sponsors. We'll hear from Benefice coming up in just a little bit, as well as Anderson Glass with 4:49 to go, third quarter action. Argos lead it big, 54-9 on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard, right here on KNX 102.7 FM.
If you've been injured or simply living with joint, bone, or muscle pain, you need to visit the Benefice Orthopedic Center of Montana. You'll find a dedicated team of doctors and nurses ready to help. Patient navigators will guide you through our Total Joint Center, where we offer the state's only Total Joint Guarantee program. From diagnosis to surgery to recovery in our all-new wellness suites, we'll get you back to moving like we're meant to. Don't let joint pain slow you down. Call us today at 455-3650.
I can't see out my window. How do we fix that? It's hot in here. Why can't we open the door? How come we don't have one of those automatic residential sliding doors?
These are some of the questions Anderson Glass at Great Falls can answer. Anderson Glass Doors and Windows provides residents of Cascade County and the surrounding areas with top-quality residential and commercial windows, clear view screens, and door services. Anderson Glass has a dedicated team of professionals that have the experience and skills to provide you with the expert service
A lot of
you are
times it's
looking
stuff
for.
like this,
Call
being by
Anderson
power.
Glass in Great Falls today.
Hi, I'm for the University of Providence Argos. My name is Jenna Randich. Thanks for joining us on Star Radio.
Jenna's getting a lot of play time tonight here as she welcomes us back into the contest. Working on our technical difficulties, trying to get that out of there. We've got a much smaller desk here, and so we have to kind of space things out a little bit more, and that's kind of the behind-the-scenes stuff, I guess, that people really don't care about.
Really don't care about, yeah.
Yeah, just fix it. We don't care why it's wrong, just fix it. So.
Emily Maldonado at the free throw line. She has not been there tonight. She is shooting everything from outside the arc, but she's just as effective from the 15-foot line.
And what was the godparents' names that we were going to give a shout-out to? Well, I see the entire family.
And we did, yeah. Juan and, Juan and Diane Uraby are listening in, yeah.
Well, glad to have you guys on board. They're listening and watching here. As the second shot is good, Argos lead it big on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard, 56-9. As we roll under the 5-minute mark of this third quarter. Appreciate the fact you're with us here on KNX 102.7 FM, also streaming live, and we'll start passing this on a little more often because we are going to kind of back off of Network 1, and we're going to keep it live on our website at KINX1027.com. You can check it out on there. And, of course, when we're doing the Argos, you want to watch it on video, so go to the Argo page.
Absolutely.
We've got you covered. We're like a good blanket of snow. We've got you covered.
We've got you covered, no doubt about it.
Here's the pass inside. Another steal for the Argos. Lead it out to Pemberton. Can she make the left-handed layup? Yeah! Coach Graham says do it. She does it, and she's been doing it for a number of years for him. Now she comes into Coach Bill, and he gets the same results as Pemberton knocks it down for two. A big lead here for the Argos, 58-9 on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. With Emily staying in there, Steph McDonough, you got Ellie Teskey in now, and Pemberton, as well as Parker Este, as she is in there for the 5 for this. Very talented Argo team. Coach Bill has gone out and recruited some of the best, as a long three here is off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Ellie. Teskey's got the rebound, hands it off to Emily, as Maldonado lobs it to Parker up off the glass for two. Kelly Wilson likes it. She applauds the efforts.
Turning into a runaway here. We're starting to knock on some records here. Back in 2008 against Walla Walla, February 2nd, the Lady Argos won by 60. The all-time differential, 83 points, happened in 2004, and that came against Johnson and Wales, 103-20. I don't know if we'll get there tonight, but we could certainly move into the second place scoring.
Well, Coach Bill has definitely allowed everybody a chance to play here. As you look down the bench, everybody has been in. As a long three here from outside. Nice shot from Chanel Thomas from Clinton, Utah. She knocks that one down. She's a sophomore at 5'7". I'll tell you what, she plays pretty well. I mean, she takes it to the basket, and a pretty good player there. And that time she shot it from outside.
Got 8 of their 12 points.
And it makes it 60-12 now on the Belt Bank scoreboard. Teskey's got it, lobs it to Parker underneath. With contact, she puts it up and in for 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 field goals, and then you add another 6 free throws. That gives her 12 in the game.
22 she had on the game last week. And she's already off to another good start here. She will be tough. McDonough's got another steal. Steph does it at the defensive end. Directs traffic, passes left side. They look to drive in, and a tripping blocking foul will be called here.
Yeah, Emily tried to take that one in. Maldonado, and as we'll have a whole slew coming up off the bench. Arant will be back in. White will be back in. Also coming in is going to be Malcolm. Aaron will be back on the floor.
Back in, Parker will come to the sidelines, gets high fives down the bench from everybody. 60-12 on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. It's the Argos in front on our benefits game of the week here for this one. Lob pass to Teskey, up and in from 15. She's got it for 2.
You probably taught her that shot, right? No. Okay, all right.
No, but I've been gone for a while.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You'll work with her now. Good.
Yeah. We went and got her shirt down in Jamaica, and as the pass goes inside and off the glass, no good. Foul will be called here. I told her when I handed it to her today, we had a shoot around at 2 o'clock, and I said, Ellie, here's the deal. If this shirt doesn't fit, I'm not taking it back to change it. It says, not this year, at least. I said,
you're going to have to make do.
Well, we're going to have to make that one work. So all the way back to Jamaica to buy that one.
Her folks were tuned in last weekend. They're supposed to be here. I don't know if they're in the crowd here or not.
I know they're here somewhere. I
just
haven't
back
seen
up
them
here
yet.
behind us, yeah.
Yeah, but good following, though. I tell you, a lot of folks have come in from Washington. As at the free throw line, knocking it down. Cunningham gets 2 there. Or 1 of 2, excuse me.
1 out of 2, yeah.
64-13 is the difference. Argos in front as they've got the basketball. They're attacking the basket to your left as they go inside. Nice little give and go there. Pimpleton gets it into the hands to the driving effort underneath to Malcolm. And Aaron puts it in for 2. Nice little give and go, basic play right there.
First basket of the game for Aaron as it pushes out 66-13 on the Belt Bank scoreboard.
Bill, he had been doing that since he was a boy. Nice little spin around move underneath. That's no good. Missed as Teskey. Ellie will get that, kicks it out over to Pemberton, who will bring it to the front court. 1-on-3 now. She waits for everybody to kind of get in front of her. Then they rifle it inside, back out to Pemberton cross side. Sid's got it, spots up, now dribble drives down to the right side, hands it off to Ellie. Up off the glass, couldn't quite get it. She battles for the rebound and couldn't get that one to go.
Good sharp passes, though. I'll tell you, that's got to be impressive to Coach Bill there. He's got to like that.
That's a tough shot, too, because you're right in front of the rim. You think, can I get it off the backboard or do I lay it over the top? And now Sid will be called for a foul here on a blocking foul. Arant called for the personal on the drive.
Be just her first personal foul.
Pemberton will come to the sidelines. Boy, I tell you what an athlete that girl is. And she knows how to win. There's no question about it, coming from Belt, Montana. So the inbounds pass will come here for Yellowstone Christian College, and a little left-handed shot there. Nice little floater from Thomas. As Charnel will put it down, makes it 66-15 under a minute to go in the third.
Got 10 of their 15 points, 66% of the scoring.
On the Belt Bank scoreboard, Teskey passes over and hammered to the ground. No foul called as he gets pounded down from Holman. And they don't get the call, but we do have a rebound foul. And so we will go to the free throw line with the University of Providence Argos going there. Aaron Malcolm from Salem, Oregon, the sophomore at 6'1". Will go to the free throw line with the right-handed shooter. Takes a couple dribbles and airs this one out.
Sat out last season with that injury. You see that big knee brace on that right leg as the first one is good.
Tristan, I think, is one that hasn't played tonight. She looks to come back here a little bit later. Free throws are good. And as mentioned, Jenna Rendich is out with an ankle injury on the first game of the season, and a reaching foul will be called here. That's kind of one of those oops fouls that you have against White. Kirkland Washington, Brittany White. She's one of those 5'11" freshmen.
Second foul on her.
You just get a feeling that Coach Bill's going to be around for at least another 4 years as you look at this lineup.
I know I would want to be.
Yeah, he's got some freshmen in here that are tough. As you look at it with 32 seconds to go. Big lead here for the Argos as Thomas goes in, kicks it back out left side. Down to 14 on the shot clock. Here's a shot off the glass. Tough take there. And up and in all the shot, and I believe that was going to be Taniel.
Tanya, yeah, would get her first basket of the game there.
Try to get it inside to Ellie, and that one's going to go out of bounds.
28 years old. Had two ACLs, one on each leg, or not, excuse me, her Achilles blown out in consecutive years, and yet she still wants to play. Give her a lot of credit.
Trying to think if I still played at 28 or not. God, back in the day, we played a lot of basketball. Long three-pointer on the way, off the irons, no good from White. Rebounded underneath by Teskey. Her shot is blocked. Now rebounded again from Sid. Her shot is blocked. Now they tie it up. And they will come in with a jump ball, stay here with the Argos in their gray, black, and green trim uniforms.
3.2 to go on the clock. Third quarter action.
68-17 on our Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. Our Benefits game of the week here tonight. Lobbed out to Ellie. Ellie's got it. Backs it out top the key. Right-hand side. Three-pointer on the way. Good if it goes. It is good. Shot from outside from Sam Holmes from Helena, Montana. Knocks it down at the buzzer to make it a 71-17 lead at the break. Fourth quarter coming up in just a moment right here on KNX 102.7 FM.
Taco John's, master of tacos, has officially mastered nachos. We call them new sirloin steak nachos. A meal-sized stack of fresh-made tortilla chips topped with creamy poblano queso and hand-carved cuts of juicy sirloin steak. Each bite is loaded with so much steak, you'll agree. Nailed it! They're so epic, you might as well start calling us Nacho Johns, because new sirloin steak nachos aren't just a game changer, they're a name changer. Well, we aren't really going to change our name, but you get the point. Crush the all-new sirloin steak nachos, only at Taco John's.
Introducing the ultimate mid-side utility ATV, the all-new Yamaha Kodiak 450 at Peerless Cycle Sales in Conrad. The Kodiak 450 offers class-leading comfort and proven off-road capabilities with its durable Ultramatic automatic transmission. On command, four-wheel drive plus optional electric power steering. Starting at just $59.99. See the new Kodiak 450 today at Peerless Cycle Sales in Conrad. MSRP subject to change. ATVs are recommended by use only arriving age 16 and older. Yamaha recommends an approved training. Recall 800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
Hi, I'm a guard for the University of Providence Argos. My name is Jenna Randich. Thanks for joining us on Star Radio.
You are live, locked, and loaded as we have been bringing you the action all night long on KNX 102.7 FM, and fourth quarter action is here, 71-17 on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. It's been all Argos from the get-go as you're listening to the Benefits Game of the Week. As they're changing their mind. They were thinking Argos with the ball, and everybody says, no, that's not right. So they're going to go the other direction with the Centurions on offense. Crosstown game set to kick off here shortly.
I'm just looking up the score, and I realize it's only 10-7.
0-0 is the score right now, yeah. As they're just probably doing their introductions right now as the Centurions drive in with a left hand. Tanel up. That one's no good. Rebound comes down. That shot's no good. Good defense. Box out by it's going to be Malcolm there with the box out on that. She'll get over the hands of Wilson. Callie wants to bring it up to top of the key. She will. Maldonado squares over the basket, works back to right-hand side. Callie into the high post. Deep pass underneath to Malcolm. That one's up. No good. Rebound comes down, and it's going to be the Centurions want to run on the right-hand side. Pick it up at the right-hand side. They'll set it up top of the key into the hands of Thomas, as she's got most of the points here tonight for Yellowstone Christian. Driving in with the right hand. They flip this one up. No good. And there's Teskey with another rebound. I'll tell you what, she is doing well. Ellie having a good night. Quick pass down the right-hand side. Heron kicks it off the right-hand side. Teskey pulls up from 15. Rattles around. Uses the whole rim. Not able to get it. But the rebound putback is going to send Aaron Malcolm to the free throw line, where she'll get a chance at a couple.
Ellie is a true freshman coming in here. She hasn't figured out that shooter's touch bounce yet as it rattled around the rim, then rolled off the left-hand side. She's had a couple of shots inside the paint, and those are the type of shots that you will learn to make in traffic with contact as you roll into your sophomore and junior years. Then by a senior, you make every one of them.
You make every one of them.
You never miss a single one.
Never miss one. Yeah. As Malcolm with her second free throw is up, it is good as well. Give her 6 in the game, 4 from the charity stripe, as they are doing a nice job from the free throw line tonight, and that's a key factor, especially when they get down into conference play. Quickly coming the other direction, the Centurions will set the ball top of the key. They'll rotate around the perimeter, get in the left elbow, and want to feed it in, but that defense has just been too stingy on the Argo side, as quickly coming back with a three-point shot. That one is long. The ozone ball over the top for Thomas, but the rebound is they don't try to get that one there, but the shot clock keeps going. Thomas sends this one in. That one's going to be stolen. And Heron, she's got a breakaway. 1-on-2, decides to pull it up. Pretty smart move there. Good basketball move, but she'll skip pass across the court. Maldonado. Emily squares up, drives top of the key. Sets up her offense.
She handles the ball. Look at that
pass to Teskey. Ellie wide open. It doesn't get much easier than that. Give her her 8th point in the game.
Yeah, I mean, there's a play from yesteryear as you saw that one go across there and just fired across into Ellie's hand. Amazing pass there. She just rifled it down to the baseline.
Locking in, coming close to having the second highest differential. 60 is where it's at right now. We're sitting at 58. Pemberton sent to come back in next dead ball. It's going to be the Centurions driving on the right-hand side. They'll spin it back out top of the key. Pulling up from 3, deep shot. That one is no good by Tennille as the rebound comes down, and it's going to be Maldonado wanting to bring it up for the Argos. Emily, top of the key, looks right, sends it right. Wilson wanting to go to the corner. Instead, she'll dribble up the elbow. Picks up her dribbles, skip pass across the court into the hands of Emily. She drives in, pulls up from 10. She's going to be hammered. Foul is going to go against Reelbird, and that'll send Emily to the free throw line. Maldonado doing a great job handling the ball as she's had a couple from the free throw line. Chance to make a couple more here. Got 10 in the contest, make that 11 as Brittany White is up off the bench as well.
You take a look at that, and the guards that Coach Bill has coming into this year, obviously Emily Maldonado is going to be his point guard. You can throw Jenna Radich in there handling the ball. Obviously, Steph McDonough can get it up the court. And then you start putting in people like Kirsten Pemberton coming in, Molly Heron. Kelly can handle the ball at time. He's got a bunch that he can run with anybody, and that's the type of basketball you're going to see here with the University of Providence. They're going to get a lot of action up and down the court. He's just got a lot of number of kids that can force the action going on the offensive end.
We're going to find our number 2 string could start for the number 1 string for a lot of schools that they're going to go up against. As quickly, it's going to be the Centurions. Trailing by 60 on the Bell Valley Bank scoreboard, 77-17. 7:20 to go here in this fourth quarter action as the Centurions driving on the right hand. Little right hand flip shot. That one's no good. Rebound comes down. Malcolm, boy, I'm not sure how she held on to that one. She rolled that one over the shoulder, picked it back, got it in the hands of Maldonado. Emily with the ball, right hand side over to White. Brittany looking to kick it across the court. Instead drives in with the left hand, loses the handle on it. Emily right there to pick it up. Maldonado, a little bounce pass quickly on the left hand side. Kirsten back to Emily. Emily drives in, throws it over shoulder, back. Aaron, she tosses that one up looking for the contact whistle, not going to get it, as it's going to be the Centurions coming out of the pack with a loose ball. Tennille with the ball on the top of the key, grimacing there a little bit.
Yeah, she kind of went on the slide on her hip there. She is kind of got a little hitch in her get along.
They'll set it up the top of the key, almost picks up her pivot foot there. Instead, she'll send it over to the left-hand side. This time it's going to be Erickson with the ball. Isabel drives up, top of the key. Wanting to feed it in once again. Our bigs underneath the basket doing a great job boxing out, preventing that entry pass. Is working around the right-hand side. Back to left is going to be Erickson. Isabel kicks it in the corner. Three-point shot is up. It's short at the buzzer. The shot clock buzzer, that is. His coach wants him to run. Maldonado right down the middle floor. A little one-hand pass. Over to Teskey. Ellie, a little too hard. Gets her own rebound. Her putback is up and good.
Much better with the left hand on the left side as she puts that one down. She's got a good game under her belt going here into this fourth quarter. 6:02 to go. Fourth quarter action. All Argos on the Valley Bank scoreboard.
Moved into the second place if they can hold it as the unforced error is going to send that one out of bounds and give it back to the Argos. Sydney Arant is on the floor again. She will come in for Maldonado. And one of the things that Emily's doing that's so impressive is she will pick that ball up on the drive with one hand and fire the pass in there. That is fun to watch, as now coming off the bench will be Holman, Sam Holman, who hit that big three-pointer at the end of the third quarter as Pemberton stands at the right elbow. She worked down into the post, set it back up top of the key. Arant drives in, kicks back. Kirsten, she stops, she pops. Front iron, no good, as no Argos there for the rebound, but Teskey doing a nice job jumping in there, tying it up. She will get the steal on that as we'll keep the ball right here. Onto the floor again, Holman as well as Katie Fitticum, the Eli Nevada 5'5 freshman. Holman from Helena, Montana, 5'7 and a freshman as well. New shot clock for the Argos. They'll bring it under their old basket. Arant will kick it in top the key to Pemberton. Very young squad on the floor. It's going to be fun to see how they work together as Arant, being the lone senior out there, throws it over the left-hand side. Fitticum with the ball, left elbow, kicks it top the key. Kirsten goes right. Sydney squares over the basket, back to Kirsten. Kirsten comes left, using up a little clock, down underneath the basket. Ball is tipped away, trying to get it to Teskey on the drive. Coming out of the pack is going to be Tennille, as she'll bring it up for the Centurions. She's going to work the left-hand side as they rotate around the perimeter, trailing by 62 at the 5:11 mark of the fourth quarter. Both teams want to see this one just get over with no injuries. Driving in, Centurions flip this one up, no good. Ball is tipped out of bounds, last touched by the girl in green, and I think that's going to be Cunningham that it went off of.
They'll give it back to the University of Providence here as they walk it up, and they have led it from start to finish. Good display of offense here tonight. Really opened it up early with all the threes that they had in this one.
Pemberton's going to work baseline down into the hands of her teammate as they'll set it back up to A-Ramp. This time right-hand side. Finicum drives in. Katie will kick it baseline down to Holman. Back up top of the key. We're going to come left as Pemberton feeds the baseline. Holman. Just a set offense here as they're kind of working their passing as much as they are anything here. As Kirsten comes out, she pulls up from 15. Count it. It's good for Pemberton. Give her 6 in the contest there. That was a pretty little floater.
Nice little shot from outside.
Beautiful sign over there on the big TV across from us, KNX 102.7, and that's exactly where you're tuned in here tonight. Local, regional, and statewide is what we like to say. Deep three-point shot by the Centurions. Dialing up from distance, burying that one down is going to be number 24, Jada Hinton, with her first pass of the game coming here late in the contest. Pemberton feeding it down baseline there. Maybe showed a little too much on that one there, trying to get it down into the teammates' hands of Holman as the defense was able to jump in and tip that one out. With that, coach wants to call a timeout. You know what? Let's take a break along with him. It's going to be a 60-second timeout. We'll be back with more Argo basketball on KNX 102.7 FM.
Football is back at the Max Sports Bar and Casino inside the Best Western Heritage Inn with the NFL Sunday Ticket and ESPN College Extra, which means you can even watch all the Cat and Grizz games. There's 12 brews on tap, and the Max Sports Bar and Casino is the home of the 45-cent wings. Happy hour Monday through Friday starting at 5 p.m. with Saturday starting at noon and Sunday starting at 11 a.m. Nowhere else in Great Falls is as hospitable. Take it to the max inside the Best Western Plus Heritage Inn, 1700 Fox Farm Road.
122 years, Kaufman's Menswear Center has been a proud member of the Great Falls community, supporting local events and high school sports after 3 generations of Kaufmans have attended local schools and participated in local and Montana University sports. Kaufman's Menswear Center is proud to bring you local high school broadcasts of football, boys and girls basketball, and girls volleyball. Kaufman's Menswear Center, a proud sponsor of local high school student athletes. Kaufman's Menswear Center, 411 Central Avenue.
Hi, I'm a guard for the University of Providence Argos. My name is Jenna Randich. Thanks for joining us on Star Radio.
Thank you once again, Jenna. Since she didn't get to play in the game, we've got to work her into the broadcast as much as possible because she is an integral part of this team. No doubt about it. Some of our seniors here, I think we've seen for the last time tonight is Steph McDonough over on the bench, Parker over on the bench, Callie Wilson all putting on their pink breast cancer awareness shirts. So I got to believe that they are done for the evening, as there is just 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go here in this fourth quarter. A-Ram will work the ball into Pemberton as Kirsten will bring it up top of the key. She looks up the shot clock, goes back right. Sydney squares up at the right elbow, sends it back to Kirsten. Pemberton wants to go to A-Ram. She will. That ball is almost picked off. They're going to say last touch by the Centurions with 7 ticks to go here on this shot clock. 3:50 to go here on the Benefits Game of the Week. 3:50 to go here in this game. I don't know that overtime is going to be an issue. A-Rant will come back to left-hand side. Deep pass underneath. Teskey underneath. Holman goes up strong with it. Not able to get that one. Excuse me, that's Finicum going up strong. And they're going to say shot clock violation, as apparently it didn't touch the rim. So we are going to go back the other direction. They will reset the shot clock, as it'll be the Centurions on offense. 81-20 on the Belt Bank scoreboard. Argos have led this one from the start. Of course, we want to invite you back tomorrow night. We'll be kicking that one off at about 5:15 with our pregame, depending upon how the men's game go. We might be able to bring the guys' game towards the tail end. It just depends upon how long the Bobcat game goes, but we'll see how that is. But we will have the ladies in its entirety, as we've got that going on. And then we will also have the Carroll College versus the University of Providence volleyball game. That'll be on 1450 KQDI tomorrow.
Lots of action coming up.
Let you tune in and watch that. We talked to Mariah at halftime. Appreciate her stopping in and visiting with us as A-Rad takes the long pass. Drives in with the right hand, goes baseline, kicks it over the top into the hands of Holman. Back right. Pemberton, she stopped. She pops. Buries it in from 3. Kirsten Pemberton. How many times did we say that when we were broadcasting high school games for her? Oh, my goodness, good to see her dial up from distance. 84-20 is the Argo lead. 3:10 to go here in this contest as the Centurions want this one to be over. They'll rotate the ball around the perimeter as they'll set it up top of the key into the hands of Tail. She drives in, dumps it off. Cunningham goes in strong with the left hand. Boy, a little push shot there from underneath, and that'll be 2 more points for Deandra as she's got her 5th point in the game, first basket here in the fourth quarter. Arant kicks it over in the hands of Pemberton. Kirsten wants to drive. Instead, she hands it off. Into the hands of Malcolm. Back into the hands of Arant. Sydney drives in, splits a couple defenders, goes back. And it's going to be a three-point shot. It's up by Kirsten. Count it. It's money. Back-to-back trays for Kirsten. I'll tell you what, she is starting to feel good out there, and that is something that we like to see because she will be deadly down the road. 87-22, a 65-point lead. Unforced error sends this one out of bounds as they'll just give the ball right back over on the turnover. 2:21 to go, fourth quarter action. This one safely under control here as it'll be Pemberton on the right-hand side. Spin pass across the lane. Sets it up top of the key into the hands of Arant. Sydney wants to drive right. She will kick it in the hands of Kirsten. Pemberton dribbles it out, picks it up. Back into the hands of Sydney. Arant goes left this time. Deep pass underneath. That one is blocked as Holman, probably an errant pass on that one. Doing a nice job. Finnegan coming up from behind, tipping that defense out as she'll get in the hands of Sydney. Arant will bring it up left-hand side. Holman back to the top of the key. This time we'll go right. Pemberton just hit a couple from there. Down deep, baseline. Nice pass to Malcolm. Aaron got tied up. Pick the ball back as this time it's going to be Arant with a three-point shot. That one's no good. Malcolm with a little bit of a frustration foul. Come over the top on that one as she had got tied up on the play before. Just reached over the top and picked up the personal. 99 ticks to go in the contest. 87-22 is the lead on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard as the Argos have led this one from the offset.
Continuing to battle in there too. Like you say, they've attacked the basket numerous times and they continue to fight underneath as they'll walk away with their second win of the season. And of course, we recall what happened last year, and they definitely do too. And they were not happy about last year.
Got as high as the 13th ranked team in the nation, then had a little bit of a shutdown as driving in with the right hand. Give me 2 points for Akia. Matter of fact, the very first 2 points for Zane Akia for the Centurions. Still a 63-point differential, the second most by any Lady Argo team since they started keeping those stats. Is driving in, kicking back. It's going to be Pemberton. She squares up, pulls her dribble left into the hands of her teammate. Down, Malcolm. Aaron drives in, goes strong to the rack. They're going to say that one was knocked out of bounds. Now they reset the shot clock, which I don't think they should have, and so they will reset it back because it never touched the rim. So they'll hit the recall button. That'll put it back down to 9 seconds. As it's going to be Arant bringing the ball in underneath her own basket. As they're working over the right-hand side. They'll set it up into the hands of Finicum. Katie goes to the right. Kirsten steps back. Deep pass down to Malcolm. She drives in strong with the right hand. It's good.
Nice shot up and in for 2.
Erin Malcolm with her second field goal. You had it with 4 free throws. You had that up properly. It gives you 8 points as we are under a minute to go. 89-24 in the benefits game of the week. Quick pass out. 3-point shot is up. Centurions answering late here is getting that 3-pointer is Jada Hinton. She gets her second trifecta as well. As quickly coming down, Arant works over the left-hand side. Deep pass, Pemberton. Dangerous pass, and it does. It gets picked off. Something for coach to work on in practice. Driving down Centurions. Working the ball is Thomas. She double-teamed immediately. She just pulls up and shoots that one from 10. Rattles around. It's good.
Shakes her head coming back the other way and says, wonder I didn't do that in about the third quarter.
Even 60-point lead. Coach says, let's just do a passing game here. We're going to call off the Dogs now. And if that's the case, it's going to end up at 89-29, which will tie the second most points ever. And that was back in 2008 against Walla Walla, 60-point difference. So the Argos with a good cheer from the crowd. They're going to end this one 89-29. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll be back. We'll get some interviews for you as it's going to be an Argo victory, 89-29, as you're listening to Argo Basketball on KNX 102.7 FM.
102.7 KINX.
I don't know. Maybe Emily.
Fairfield, Great Falls. More news, more information, more often.
Three-Way Auto Body knows it happens every day. The dreaded car accident. Thankfully, everyone's okay. Well, except your car. That's where Three-Way Auto Body comes in. Plus, they guarantee their work so you can rest assured that it was fixed to factory specs and with your safety in mind. So, the next time you find yourself at a fender bender, tow it or drive it straight to Three-Way Auto Body.
Three-Way Auto Body, driven to perfection.
Come on over.
Hi, I'm Steph McDonough, and I'm heading into my senior year as a college student. Growing up, I never gave thought to insurance, auto, life, or even property. I didn't realize how affordable life insurance can be and how important auto and property insurance is. I've learned that if you get basic insurance, you may not be covered if you are hit by an uninsured driver or if your car is damaged by hail or other natural causes. Now, I'm no expert, but it's time to sit down with someone that can answer all of these questions. I would encourage you to call Randy Bogdan at Farm Bureau Insurance and learn about your insurance needs. He is located 1 block west of Riverview School on Smelter Avenue.
Thanks for joining us right here on KNX 102.7 FM. The University of Providence Argos pick up a big win here tonight. One of the gals that really helped out was the point guard. Emily, talk about the game a little bit. Coming into this, you kind of knew you were a favorite, but you still had to go out and play the game, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We actually came out hard, and we know that we didn't take anything lightly. We all came together and pushed the ball and did what we did, and we executed on the floor, and that's what helped us out to get the win.
What did it mean to you to have this support crew behind us here coming in from Washington? It had to be good. Looked like you played really hard tonight.
Yeah, it's a big crowd, and I love it. I mean, I enjoyed everybody them being here, so it was just a good support system, and just being able to play well in front of them was just a big help.
But a lot of them are your family members, aren't they?
Right. Yes,
yeah, they traveled in, got in today, and they'll be here again tomorrow. What's it like playing with this team? And, of course, being a freshman out here, is this kind of what you expected, this style of basketball?
It is. When I came actually to come in on my recruit trip, it was just an exciting atmosphere here, and I knew that I would fit in well. And so coming out here and playing with them, it's just been enjoyable. Working hard together in practice and on the court, it's just unbelievable. It's fun.
Do you feel like you're settling into your role already into the second game? You're going to handle the ball and kind of get it where it needs to go?
Yeah, I am. It's a work in progress, but it's getting better game by game, and I just can't wait till we get to conference play, and it will just be there, and our team will be settled in, and hopefully just keep getting better.
Congratulations. Nice win tonight.
Good
job. Coach Bill, let's talk about the game a little bit. Obviously, you knew coming in you're going to be a big favorite in this one. But the girls, even though they got that big lead, they played hard throughout the entire game, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought our girls played hard tonight. You know, Yellowstone came out, did the best they could tonight, and really tried to get after us a little bit. I thought our girls defensively followed the strategy. They followed the game plan. I thought we got better tonight.
I was going to say, talk about your defense, because even though that they did hit some shots down the stretch, defensively you guys played pretty well. I thought it was a great team effort for you guys.
Yeah, I really like the fact that we followed the game plan. Our girls got up in pressure, did the things we wanted to. We communicated well tonight. A lot of opportunities for a lot of different girls to play tonight, so it was a lot of fun.
You and I talked into the postseason of last year and then coming into this season about your recruiting, and you had talked a lot about filling some gaps. Do you feel like you've got those gaps filled, even though you have a couple players still sitting out?
Yeah, with the injuries, that's kind of hurting right now. We'd like to have them back, but right now, you know, we got a lot of different players, a lot of depth off the bench, a lot of different girls who can do stuff, and we have a lot of different weapons to be able to use. So we're going to be able to do some things differently than we did last year, and that's nice to be able to have that many weapons.
I'm going to point out the obvious to you. You have a number of girls that can handle the basketball, Coach. We were talking about that, and when they get the ball, they just run with. Even Parker took it up the floor a couple of times, which I'm sure you kind of grimaced a little bit. But
wasn't thrilled about Parker bringing it up all the time. You know, I wanted to give it up a little bit, sprint the floor, because we really want to get Parker the ball on the block. We made a concerted effort to do that tonight. That's one of our goals, is to get her the ball one-on-one in the post, because there's nobody can guard her. So, you know, we'd like her to get it to a guard and then sprint the floor and then get her girl buried. But she handled the ball well tonight. You know, you can see her skills. She definitely has a lot of skills. But there's a number of girls who can handle the basketball. I don't think we'll have a lot of problem with teams that pressure us.
Talk about your seniors, because I thought, I think Steph's playing well for you, kind of keeping things under control. Callie's rebounding well for you. Talk about those plays.
You know, Steph's always a special player, and doesn't always show on the stat sheet. She's not having to do everything she had to do last year, and right now she's taking it easy, letting a lot of different people get involved. But she's an All-American for a reason. You know, probably one of the best players in the league, and she's just playing out of her mind well right now. So, and leading our basketball team. Callie was great tonight, really letting the game come to her. Finally starting to relax a little bit, being able to attack the rim and do some stuff. So I think she's feeling her position pretty well and really starting to come together.
In the preseason, you like to give the kids an opportunity to show what they have as you get ready for that tough conference run. You had a chance to do that tonight, I thought.
Yeah, it's important that our girls a lot of different girls get to see action, and a lot of different girls get to see where they're at. And I thought that was a good test for us tonight to get to see where they're at, and hopefully again tomorrow we'll be able to see that same thing.
Talk about tomorrow's game. Look forward just a little bit. What do you expect with Dickinson State?
You know, they're playing Northern tonight, so we'll see what the score of that game is. I don't know how that went. We'll know a little bit more about them, but they're a young team, and they don't have a lot of returners, so it's hard to see what they're about. I expect them to be not as big inside, so we'll have a definite post presence on them. I think they'll have a little trouble guarding us on the inside tomorrow, but we'll see what happens tomorrow, and I'll watch the film tonight, and we'll get after it.
Do you like the way your game is coming together, though? You do have the inside-out game now, don't you?
Yeah, we definitely do on the offensive end. I like all of our weapons. I like how that's all coming together. We just got to find our defensive identity at times and continue to grow and get better there.
You got off to a good start with the three-point line, too. You shot some big threes early.
Yeah, we did, and we kind of limited that in the second half. We told them no threes unless they got a post touch in that second half. Post had to touch it before they could shoot a three. We just wanted to work on our feeding the post a little bit, and I thought we got to do that tonight, too.
You also have improved your coaching assistants down the line there. You pick up Rick Goodman, and then you get this All-American that used to play for you. I can't remember what her name is, but it kind of helps, doesn't it? Because they really add to what you're doing, don't they?
Yeah, it's nice having a lot of voices out there who can help and see different things. You know, we brought Darren Park in tonight. Used to coach at Maryland, USC, and he watched our practice and been with us a couple days and definitely adding a lot of value to us. We're very fortunate to have him here analyzing our program for us.
He's been around. He's coached some big-time college basketball, hasn't he?
Yeah, I've been to the Final Four a couple times, and you know, you get a guy like that come in who's just shows you a lot of different things that you need to do and improve on. A lot of different areas we can still work on and get better if we want to be one of the top teams in the country.
Congratulations. Big win tonight. Good luck tomorrow night, my friend.
All right, thanks.
Coach Bill, of course, really pleased with the way his kids played, and I think one of the things he touched on, Randy, was the fact he was pleased simply to the defensive part because that's what he has been stressing here for the last, well, probably about a month and a half, 2 months, as he kind of got ready for this season.
Well, the defensive side, and then the other side of it is the fact that in that first half they had 16 turnovers. They only had 1 in the second half. That shows a lot of discipline on his team. Pay attention to what you're doing. Slow down a little bit. Make the pass. Don't try to get in too big of a hurry. You can even see, even in a lopsided game, that the transition from the first half to the second half, the adjustments they made at halftime, that says a lot about the coaching.
And quickly, guys, it was spread out quite a ways here for the University of Providence, and just another good all-around effort here by UP.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Parker Esri led the way again with 18 points, as she's done back-to-back 22 last weekend. I mean, so she's averaging 20 per game already. Kirsten Pipperton came in with 12, all of them second-half points, a couple of big threes in the fourth. 8 points for Erin Malcolm, good contribution off the bench. Steph McDonough, only 5 points, but like he said, she is contributing in so many different ways. She doesn't have to have the points. Molly Heron came in with a basket. Callie Wilson with 9 big ones, all in the first half for her. Sam Holman with 3. 10 points from Ellie Teskey is one that you're going to watch very closely as you are her host family, so to speak, host dad. Sydney Arant with 4. We had 13 from Emily Maldonado. Once again, just a great shooter. 3 big threes in the first half, all free throws in the second half. And Brittany White, who is a surprising, comes in at 5'11", pretty good outside touch. She came in with a three-pointer of her own.
Big win for the University of Providence. That will wrap it up for us tonight. Of course, we invite you to join us early tomorrow on our sister station 1450, as we will be there with the University of Providence traveling to Carroll in volleyball. We'll have that one starting about 2 o'clock. Troy Millinger will go down and cover that one, and then we will turn around here. We will have the video stream of the guys at 3 o'clock, and we'll try to join that in progress on air here on KINX. We do have the Montana State University Bobcats that will play at 1:30. We'll see if they're done by that time, and then we will have the ladies on starting at 5:30 as they will take on a team that is playing Montana State University Northern tonight. It'll be Dickinson State as they will battle that out. We'll see how that pans out, and then we'll get ready for that one. Randy, any final comments?
It was a lot of fun, and I'll tell you, I look forward to tomorrow night.
Thank you so much to Bailey Escott back at Radio Central. I'm Jim Sargent as the University of Providence picks up a 60-point win here tonight as they win it big, 89-29, as you have been listening to a KINX 102.7 FM sports presentation.